cut off again. That's why I have to make them short. It's better to make 5-minute videos, and that eliminates the risk of the internet disconnecting and erasing the entire video. So anyway, this is the only technology I have available right now, so try to make the best out of it. Anyway, people go through a lot of trouble to avoid being rejected by society. They'll do about almost anything to avoid rejection from society, because it hurts, and I know I've been in those shoes myself. I know what it feels like, and at times it can make one really depressed. And I know I'm not the only one. I've heard now of other people, and some famous people also, who didn't have it easy in the beginning. A lot of famous writers who had encountered resistance from publishers and the public. And what I have to say to the world is certainly something that is way out there and not well received, and most people are probably in resistance to it. When I talk to people on the internet, they are in resistance to what I say. Most of them are, and some of them are in severe resistance, and it comes up with extreme hatred and snotty-nosed behavior and insults and whatnot. So yes, it is. I'm prepared for it. I have been dealing with this now for a long time. It is the platform of my difficulties in my life, but it certainly doesn't feel good, and it has torn me into deep depression for many episodes of dwelling in depression and feelings of inadequacy. Then jealousy comes up, and why me? Why do they have it so much easier? Why can't I look more like them or be more loved, and it would be so much easier to get my message across, and so on. But then I need to realize that I need to love myself the way I am and be grateful for what I have, for who I am. Even if I have rings under my eyes and getting older and all of this, and my hair can't even let my hair grow because it splits, and then I can't even comb it anymore, and just too much trouble. I don't want to deal with it, and I just would never go through that trouble with all that dolling up, and I just don't have time for that. I don't have money for that either, and it's like, why would I mean, what's the purpose of this? To attract a guy? I'm married. My husband would have a real problem with that. He's already having a problem with me not wearing a t-shirt that comes up to here like chador. So like, all of this is just it's not productive in any way. So, but I don't want to look greasy either. It's like, I take good care of myself, of my body and my hair and my face, and I make my own skin creams, and I even made some makeup for myself, but it's all very natural, and it doesn't even look like makeup. I don't wear any right now, but I made some amazing things and make it myself, and it's all for Mother Earth. And I'm wearing a perfume that I called Love from Mother Earth. I made that for Sam Newhouse, and so when I put that on my neck, I think of Sam Newhouse. I think I have a lot in common with Sam Newhouse, and it's like, there are just a few people on the internet that I happen to see them because they're famous. That's why I happen to see them. If they weren't famous, chances are high that I would never see them. So yeah, so obviously I see some famous people, and then among those there is like less than 1% who I feel like I could connect with, actually. And so yeah, and then I think of them and I read anything I can find about them, and there's not much about him out there. I think he's quite shy. I wish I could see more of him. Would be very interesting, because I can relate to this person, and I love modern art, and I grew up with modern art as well, and with a lot of culture around us, and with a lot of gourmet food, and we were all very spoiled. And then we were released into this wild world, my brother and I, and then we had to cope with this wild world. And that's why I made a video before, but it got cut off and deleted. So it was a good video. I was talking about how to educate, how to homeschool your children. It is very important to protect them, but it's very important to educate them on what's out there and not withhold that from them, so that once they are released into the world or onto the internet, uncensored internet, that they know what to watch out for and where the dangers are. See, my brother and I, we were catered to and spoiled, and they did everything for us. We thought money comes from my dad's wallet, so yeah, comes from his bank account. Yeah, that's where the money comes from. It's always there. It will always be there, you know. And then we were released into the wild world. Me, when I was 26, and not really actually, because the money was still coming from my dad's bank account, and it still is today. But then when I was 26, I went to LA to do primotherapy, and I did realize that the wild world out there, particularly LA, United States, I'm from Germany, you know. So Germany itself is already protected. Just the country, the whole country is already under some kind of cheese dome. You know. So not anymore. Times have changed now. But and my brother and I in particular, we were in particular protected, and we thought the world consists of Jackson Pollock paintings, Horst Antes and Cimiotti and Paul Wunderlich, and everything is like this, and there's art everywhere, and everyone is being welcomed everywhere. And so it was the exact opposite once we were released to the wild world, to the jungle of humanity. And then we had to cope, and it was very difficult for us, you know. So I have 2 suicide attempts behind me, and it was not pleasant. I'm highly sensitive, and it was way too much for me. I'm 50 now. I have made it through all these years, and I have learned a whole chunk, and I am able to protect myself and defend myself now. It's an ongoing learning process, but I learned so much that now I'm not psychologically affected by haters anymore, as I was in the past. And by all this horror and all these religious people and all of this, it was just such a shock to me to see that. I didn't know this existed. But all of these things were important for me to learn, because now I see what is the status quo and where can I help? Where do I come in as a messenger? Yeah. The messenger of the blue God. And here's the blue God behind me. The blue God light. Well, it changes. It goes through all kinds of different shades. Now, there. This is now the shade of pink, purple, blue, different things. Doesn't show so much. Red, like my sweater. And so this message is, there's a blue God energy, and the message is very, very, very important, and the message is love and peace for all living beings equally much. Okay, and I will teach this message in all kinds of variations throughout my life until I die. And I will be shot in the head one day when I'm old. So hopefully before then I will be able to teach. And I will just do it if people watch my videos or not. You know, I will do it. And I had to change my channels a few times because I had hackers damage things in my channels and I didn't know how to fix that. So, but I don't care. I'm not here to collect a following. I just want to spread this message, and it always would be nice to make money on YouTube, but I'm not expecting this, and particularly not with my very novel message that I have. But you know, I figure it's better that I do this than just sit on it and do nothing. So anyway, you guys take care, peace out, bliss out, see you later.